Good morning, everybody. Good morning, dear friends. Welcome back to our very good channel. We have come to analyze what is going on. Any project that God has his signature on, that project may seem to be buried, but you know what? That project will be completed. It doesn't matter how long it takes, but it will stand and will not sink. Why am I saying this? It's because Southeast governors, they think no prominent figure will speak about Biafra or about Mazi Nnamdi Kanu from Nigeria. But no, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's issue, they want to turn it to political campaign now. Sowore just said his own, that Mazi has to be released. And of course, if you have conscience at all in Nigeria, and you are watching this and you're not saying a word, like I said it yesterday, it is high time every family will wash off their hand from the case of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and say, release him. If you don't say it, it will be against you and your generation, because you see good thing. You see good thing being languished. You cannot say, oh, stop wasting this good thing. Or you see evil growing wings. You cannot say, oh, cut off the wings of this evil. That's exactly what is going on. So, it will touch Dick, Tom, and Harry. It will touch you, touch me, touch everyone. So wash off your hand. Join in the campaign of release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. I will read out what Atiku said. And of course, what Sowore said is on air. Atiku is washing off his hand and that of his family. Despite the fact that he's a Fulani man, he's saying, no, his hands are no longer there. He doesn't know what he stands to gain. He said, as long as Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is there, it shows how so terrible injustice in Nigeria. Atiku said the continued detention of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu remains an open sore on our nation's conscience and a stain on our belief in the rule of law. Defying court orders that granted him bail is an abuse of power and an assault on justice. I therefore lend my voice in full support of the campaign led by Omoyele Sowore for his immediate release or due prosecution. We fail as patriots if we allow Kanu's case to fester as yet another wound this nation refused to heal. Atiku Abubakar. Wow, very intelligent man. Yet another wound. Yet another wound. What does that mean? The Biafra war, civil war, fought in Nigeria has not been healed. It's still bleeding. They're still fighting. And that is so on Nigeria. And you see Nigeria being debased. And you see Nigeria getting worse. Even in Africa, Nigeria is getting worse by the day. Yes, despite how exposed Nigerians are, despite how intelligent, so many talents, yet, amounts to nothing. This man is a Fulani man. The people holding Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, Fulani people and Yoruba people. Two from this tribe, Atiku and Sowore, they are now washing off their hands and that of their family from this guilt that is about to fall on Yorubas and the Fulanis. Of course. Yes, that is how it is. You have to wash off your hand. You have to lend your voice. You have to say it. Write it on paper. Let it be known. Let it be on record that you washed off your hand. If not, your generation will get hot part of it. Because what goes around comes around. And Ezioku Osimiri, it will still come up. When truth is buried, it will still come up. It's still glaring. His hands are clean. He has committed no offense. Nigeria government forgives terrorists. If they say Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is a terrorist, for how long would they keep him and not forgive him? And then they are busy forgiving those that are terrorists, that have been killing Nigerians, maiming lives, destroying farmlands, destroying churches, killing bishops, doing a lot of things against humanity. Nigeria is a joke, whether you like it or not. Release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and heal the wound. The second wound is this. First of all, stop treating Igbos as rags. Secondly, release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Southeast governors, I think you should be covering your faces with your hands. Use your hands and cover your faces. Shame on you. Shame on you. You say you are prominent. Shame on you. Your voice is silent. You're silent, not golden. It is done. When you refuse to speak, Yorubas are speaking on your behalf. When you refuse to speak, the Fulanis are speaking on your behalf. Everyone that has conscience is saying release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. No matter how small or how faint that voice is, yes, just say it. But no, Soludo will not talk. Devil Omahe, devil Omahe. You can imagine. He doesn't talk again. All of them, they think they have peace. But your faces are covered with shit, poo-poo. Nshi. Unetelo wono nshinihu. Tofiakwa. Shameful. This is unbecoming. Ohane, where are you? Your son languishing. Even in ill health. You cannot even protest. You can't even go to Abuja. You can't even write on papers again. You don't. You don't send your voices again. All of you muted. Shameful. Ato Eze, celebrator of Tinubu. Can't you see? I will say the prominent. I will say Diego. I will say Onuruginoku na Nigeria. Where is your mouth? Where is your mouth? Mazi Nnamdi Kanu remains prisoner of conscience. He has done nothing to deserve wearing one cloth for over 6 years. He deserves the best. He deserves freedom. He deserves to be honored because he is the only one that stands by the truth. Be it who you are, he will stand and say it. No matter his condition, he's standing and he's saying it. The world has been turned upside down on his side. He's not looking that way. He has lost his mother, father, even his wife. Family shattered. Everything wealth Mazi has lost. Yet, it doesn't matter to him. Even health, he has lost. Yet, it doesn't matter to him. The only man standing. Great is he. His reward is great in heaven. Because such men are the men God look out for. He's a rare gem, whether you like it or not. He is to be celebrated. Help us to keep pushing, push this message until it gets to who is supposed to be provoked by it. We need more voices. We need actions. We need more protest. We need to protest. Mazi has to be released, and that is just it. Thank you very much for your time on this very good channel. God bless you all.